what's up? LivyB here, and this is my stream setup of 2020. We just moved into a brand new place, so I decided we gotta have some brand new, fresh setup feels. I made this little video for you guys to help out anyone who's actually thinking of creating a gaming setup or anything they might want to add to their own gaming/stream setup that they haven't thought of or didn't think of yet. So hopefully this video helps you out a little bit. I have linked in the stream description down below my kit, and that's where you can find all of my gaming and streaming peripherals that you'll see in this video. So if you guys aren't sure what it is or where to find it, you can just head over to mykit.co/LivyB and it should be there. And if not, just leave a comment and I'll get back to you on it. Okay, first of all, I need to get a big rug to fit the table on. It's a 245 centimeter by 305 centimeter rug, and it's yellow, most importantly. And then next comes my table. I make sure that the table's extra big as well. It's got to fit 3 monitors on it, because as a streamer, you always want to have that extra screen space so that you can do all the things like play the games while reading the chat and watching the OBS, making sure things are running smoothly while having your music playing and all that stuff with your alerts and your event list. I had to piece the table together myself, which, you know, is a little bit hard. The instruction manual was very cryptic. I actually think they sent me the wrong instruction manual, like it wasn't meant for this table. But anywho, I think it's pretty straightforward. You just put the legs onto the base and then you drill holes in it to keep it together. But I didn't realize it wasn't one of those, you know, using the Allen key IKEA furniture type situation. So I actually needed a screwdriver. But once we get our screwdriver and our measuring tape, we're good to go. Looks really good on my yellow carpet too, so it fits in with the B look. As I'm drilling holes into my table, the door does swing open. Now you might think, well, LivyB, there's a draft, the air current. No, it's a ghost. Don't mention it. It's scary, okay? I'm scared of ghosts. I'm also scared of the dark. But never mind, let's move on. So we're drilling the screws into the base. Once we get the screws in and we've double measured to make sure that everything is even and it's not going to fall off and it's all in one piece, then we're going to flip the table over. The legs are actually made of metals. This table's quite heavy. But luckily, because I'm super duper strong, I'm able to do it by myself. Might have pulled a muscle, but we'll get it there. We're gonna pack away all the cardboard, clean as you go, super tidy. Next comes is a surge protector. Really important to have a surge protector. You don't want any of your things connected to wall sockets to kind of fry if there's like a power outage or anything. And especially if you're working with expensive equipment like monitors and PC towers, you want them to work. Next comes my ring light. A ring light makes you look really good. It makes the lighting nice around your face. And then I put a plank of wood down to separate the tower from the carpet. I don't know where I got this plank of wood, but use a plank of wood. You don't really want the electricity from the carpet to kind of make that staticky stuff on your PC. It's bad. Anyway, now we're gonna unbox the monitors. I got 3 of these 27-inch IPS Acer Predator monitors. I made sure I wrapped them up before putting them back in the box to move house, so they didn't break. So these things are my babies. Keep them in one piece. I do spend a little bit more than I'm willing to admit trying to align them together. I did want to get one of those monitor mounts to connect all 3 of them together, but finding a monitor mount for 27-inch monitors, especially 3 of them, is quite difficult to do. I've read a lot of reviews and you don't quite get the curvature you want on your desk by using it. So I decided to hold off on that for now and just use the standard stock base mount it comes with. So because I got a new desk, I'm also able to use my arm boom. Bust the old arm boom back out. An arm boom is super awesome because I use a Rode Procaster microphone, which is a directional dynamic microphone, and it's super important to have the top of your dynamic microphone face towards your mouth so that people can hear you clearly and loudly. The further you are away from the microphone, the quieter you get and people just can't hear you as clearly. And then I bust out my super awesome yellow keyboard. It's a Keycool keyboard. Again, you can find my specs in my kit, linked in the description below. Also, I'm using a Go XLR Mini to plug in the XLR cable from the Rode Procaster. The Go XLR Mini is a great mixer. It's super easy to use. I think normal mixers are great too, but this one lights up and it has a couple of extra features like muting and beeping and sliders. So it just looks cooler. You'll also notice my 42-inch jumbo machine, and I think this is definitely a must for everybody. It just adds plus 50,000 cuteness to any any room it's in, and it's super soft and you can sleep on it. Next up, I use my Stream Deck. I just used the normal Stream Deck, not the extra large one or anything like that came out afterwards. Elgato was awesome enough to send me one of these Stream Decks, and I haven't been able to not use it ever since. It's an absolute must for all streamers, I feel like. Once you use it, you can never go back. I also have a Razer Pikachu mouse to suit my keyboard. It's great yellow. The yellow actually matches the keyboard perfectly. Unfortunately, this is like a China exclusive mouse, so you have to purchase it from like shady Chinese websites if you're trusted enough to do that. You'll notice I popped a pop filter on my microphone. I don't know if this actually adds anything to my audio quality, but it was there and I had it, so I popped it on because it looked cool. So I am doing a bit of cable management behind the desk. I think cable management is super important. Make it look nice and clean. You want to have that fresh new setup look, and you don't want it to look messy or unpleasant to the eye. So I'm just using a little bit of tape to tie the cables together. As I'm doing some cable management though, oh no! Almost break one of my monitors. But we dusted off, it's actually fine, so don't even stress it, we're good. The webcams I use are actually Logitech C920 webcams. These are a great starter webcam I recommend to any streamer. If you're going a little bit more advanced, you could go for a 4K mirrorless camera and connect it to a Elgato Cam Link, which is actually what I use. I use a Panasonic Lumix GX8 4K mirrorless camera. Find the link to my kit. It can be a bit tricky setting up for the first time, but once you get the hang of it, then it adds such a great visual quality to your camera. And then I just bust out my Nintendo Switch. Always gotta have that on the desk. You never know when you want to pull out a bit of Zelda or some Animal Crossing and play with the friends and the fams and the bees. Then I pull out my box of cables. Always keep your cables together, guys. You never know when you'll need one in the future, or if you'll lose one or one will break and become faulty. So packed all my cables together in a box, super easy to find. Just reconnect all those monitors, plug them all in, set them all up, do a little bit of cable management again so that they're all neat and tidy. Plug in the monitor, plugging. Then we bust out Xbox controller and the PS4 controller just to have on hand. You never know when you want to play a game with the controller. Which controller you want to use? It's up to you. But they're there. They look great aesthetically. Now the final finishing touch that I thought would look extra cool was adding a little bit of lighting to the edges of my table. These LED lights actually gifted by Analytics Cynic off of my wish list, so mega shout out to him. Thank you very much. They look amazing. I always thought it would be really cool to have some lights as part of my setup. It took a little bit of time to tape the edges of the LED lights to the sides of my desk, but I think it adds a really cool feature, especially to the yellow and black theme that I was going for, because most of my desk is really dark browns and blacks. But adding these lights kind of breaks it up a little bit between the table and the floor. Give that more of that bee look, you know? Really going for the bumblebee, whole bumblebee aesthetic. Pulling it off pretty well, I think. It's looking good. You may notice in the middle of the room I have pulled out a box. It's quite a large box. And yes, it is full of plush toys. I had a dedicated box for plush toys. Okay, I'm not proud of it, but it wasn't my only box with plush toys. I had to have more than one. I was looking for something, I can't remember what it was. So after we tape all the lights to the edge of the desk, it looks fantastic, and I'm really happy with the result. We can adjust the blinkingness as well. If we don't want it to constantly blink like that, we can have it as a steady always on or a multicolor. But I like the blinking look, I think it looks cool. Even though it blinks a lot just because I've sped up the video. But, you know, when it's slowed down and stuff, it looks great. Now, after we have set the lights up, it's time to put some artwork on the wall. There used to be a TV bracket on the wall behind me, so the paint's a little bit chipped from the bracket mount. And it looks terrible, and I don't want to look at that every day. So I busted out one of my oldest paintings of my Grand Master Pop Art badge. This painting was actually commissioned from Rokuro Okujima. I think he wanted me to have it though, because I messaged him. I think this was 5 years ago for his postal address. Still waiting on the response. It's still here if you want it, Rokuro. Whatever you want, ship it to you as soon as you let me know your address. And there you have it, guys. My completed stream setup of 2020. It's fresh, it's clean, and it's bee themed. I see you in the beehive. Buzz buzz.